All right, good morning and welcome back to the channel. And whether you've noticed or not, over the last few days, I haven't posted a video, right? And I haven't posted in about a week. So there's nothing major going on, but there's just been a few things that have going on and kind of deterred me from making videos, or at least making them genuinely and making them as I should. Like I said, nothing major, but just things going on, which kind of brought me to thinking of trying to get back to these videos, how to start that, or really what to focus on. And I think that the fact that we all battle with something, we all fight against something, it doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what position you have, doesn't matter how close you are to God, you're going to fight something and you're going to battle something, right? A lot of times it's easy to think that pastors and preachers, or even people that's been in church for decades, don't have the same battles, which is completely untrue, right? I'm not a pastor, but I do preach, and I'm even trying to share some hope in the gospel and things with these videos. We battle things, right? We go through a lot more than what people will realize. It's a really tough position. It's a tough job. It's a tough duty. There's a lot of things that most folks may not see, right? And it's really can be challenging. And it kind of can sometimes, whether you're around people or not, feel like you're alone, or you're battling things alone, or you're battling things that no one else is. And it gets really just tough to deal with sometimes. And that happens to all of us. I don't care who you are. If it hasn't happened yet, it probably will. If you've been saved in a while and you've been in church for a long time and it still never happened, then we need to have a conversation on what you're doing and how I can benefit from that, and how I can learn from what you're doing, because I think everybody goes through those things and we all suffer in some way. We all battle. We all have trials. We all have these different issues that we have to deal with. I think our world is just full of this trouble, full of these things that we see, and we can see it everywhere, right? This whole week, Olympics been going on. There's so much controversy. Not getting into all of that. I'm not making any kind of political or controversial type statements, but I will tell you, there's a lot of weird things going on. A lot of funny stuff happening behind the scenes, or like a lot of funny. It's not even behind the scenes really anymore. It's right in front of our faces. But really need to be paying attention to what's going on. Pay attention to what's important, and pay attention to what we're actually watching, hearing, seeing, all those kind of things. The verse that I've been thinking about, and there's verses before this that I'm going to focus on another video, so I'm not going to get too far into the ones right before this, or around this, really. Some of my favorite verses and some of my favorite stories, if you want to call that a passage or topic. But what I want to share this morning is, when you're fighting those battles, what kind of battles are we facing? Right? Ephesians 6:12 says it very, very clearly and very well. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And to be honest with you, I don't really care if it's popular or not. If you're paying attention at all, this is what's happening right now. We're fighting all these kind of problems, these against, it says, powers, rulers of the darkness of this world. That's what we're fighting, right? If you think that there's no kind of evil forces at play, you're probably either living under a rock, or you're just not wanting to see what's right in front of you, right? We all have these things. We all can see them, and they're very clear. It's not even that it's really being hidden in a lot of places anymore. It's just right in front of us. And this is spreading out to be a worldwide thing. It's not just in North Carolina where I'm at. It's not just in the United States. It's a worldwide issue that we're dealing with these kind of things. There's spiritual battles going on constantly that we don't see, and we can't really even fight. And we couldn't even win if we could fight them, because we don't have the power and the capability. But that's the good thing, is we don't have to fight them by ourselves. Often, me included, we get to where we want to fight these battles all alone. Don't need any help. I don't want any help. I just want to, fight it. I'm going to take it on. I'm going to get it all those kind of things, and that's where we end up getting into a lot of trouble. We try and fight these battles by ourselves, either without God or without our friends, without our family, without our church members. We try and fight on our own and try and hold our own, but it doesn't always pan out. These powers and these rulers and all these different things that we have to fight against, our enemy is stronger than we are. It's just a fact, right? You can't really take that away from him. The devil devil, Satan, all kinds of different names you can call him. He's stronger than what we are because we're just humans. He's not. So we have to be fighting strategically, but the only way we can really do that is by getting in the one that is stronger than him, that it can overpower and can defeat him and has already won that victory. He tries to fight to take any kind of credibility and any kind of gain that we could have for God's kingdom out of play. Right? The more you do for God, the more he's going to fight you. If he's not fighting you, it may be just because, I'm not saying it's the only reason, could be a good reason that you're not, he's not worried about what you're doing because you're not making an impact for God's kingdom. But when you start making an impact, I promise you, he's going to fight you. He's going to take everything he can and he's going to come at you really, really hard. So we have to take pleasure in that. But in the moment, it's really hard to do, right? It's really difficult to take value and take pleasure in the fact that I'm coming under battle or I'm coming under attack when I'm trying to do something for God. But the simple thing is, he's going to find anything he can use against you if you're doing the right thing and you're doing something for God. If you're working for God, if you're trying to spread hope, spread the gospel, spread message, you're going to have an enemy and he's going to fight you tooth and nail with everything he's got. And he's going to try and do everything he can to disrupt you, dispirit you, discredit you, and then stop you. Not always the case. Even people that aren't living for God, they have struggles. I'm not saying it's the only reason we have struggles, but there is a correlation to doing God's work and then the enemy trying to disrupt you and stop you from doing that. So when you're making an impact, there's going to be some of those disruptions. So if you know that you're making an impact and you're getting that battle and you're getting defeated and you feel defeated and you're getting hit down, beat down, you can rest assured that God's going to be in control. He's still going to be there to help, but you got to reach out to him. He's there to support us. He's there to help us. But if we don't reach out and say, hey, I need you, doesn't matter. He can be there all we want. But if we don't actually take our responsibility to reach out to him and say, help me, do some work in me, fix this, guide me, whatever, he can't do it. So if you're going through a situation, please just keep pushing forward. If you're doing it for God, especially if you feel like it's just the enemy trying to disrupt you, don't let him. Even if he does for a few days, don't let it be permanent, right? I didn't post for a few days. I've been making these videos daily so that they're current and they're every single day, but sometimes it just gets overwhelming and you just have to take a step back and take a break and reset, recharge, and then reevaluate what's important. These are important, but you have to reevaluate in that moment what's super important and then fix it so that you can do these. I didn't want to do these and not be authentic and genuine and be forcing it when I'm in that kind of battle and that kind of struggle. So I am back. I am planning on making these on a regular basis. I am planning on putting out these devotionals every single day. So yeah, I do ask to everyone, watching and joining, please pray for this channel, for this message, for this spreading, and for people to, find Jesus through this, or at least find a better relationship with him. So I appreciate you joining me again today. I hope that you continue to come back and stay with these videos, and I do pray that they bring you some encouragement. So please make sure that you subscribe and you're liking the channel. Subscribe to the channel, liking the videos, share them out to some folks, and just remember, hit that bell notification so you know when it comes out every morning. And then I hope you make it a regular routine. So that is it for today, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Always remember that God loves you, I love you, and I hope to see you again soon.